This is 2 Peter 2:19. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity, with charity. And I just want to go into this, to a quick lesson, about the slaves of sin, man. Okay. The scripture I just read, man, over basically, if you're overcome by something, you're brought into bondage of it, man. And the number one fight that we have in this truth is against ourselves, man. Fighting these flesh, fighting our carnal desires, man. The wicked thoughts that come to our mind, man. All right, that we're not brought into bondage by this, man. We are servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We can't be servants of the flesh. This is 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. All right, and so that's the main fight that we have is against ourselves, man. Because what was one of the curses of Cain, man? All right, let me get that in Genesis. Right, this is Genesis 4:3. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahweh. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof. And Yahweh had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And Yahweh said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Okay, so sin, right, Salaki, I had to take a call. This is Genesis 4:7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted, and if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So sin is ruling over Cain, man, and these people, are likened unto that, man. All right, okay, all right. This is Genesis 3:14. And Yahweh said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And that dust represents confusion. And on that belly shall thou go. That means he's going to be a carnal man. He's going to be led by the flesh, man. All right. Okay, so, and this is something that we can't do. This is something we can't do. Right. This is James 1. I'm gonna start at um, uh, 13. Just James 1 and 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yahweh, for Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Okay. So these little carnal battles, these little battles against the spirit, because the scriptures talk about how the spirit wars against the flesh and the flesh wars against the spirit. I'm eventually going to try to get that scripture, pull that up as well. All right. You know, so, you're not going to win every battle, but the major ones you want to win, man, Okay. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Okay. So when we lose the ultimate scripture in Psalms, it says, "Then shall I be free from the great transgression." You want to, as the scripture says, offend less. You want to sin less. You know, you want to win those major battles in the spirit against the flesh. All right. All right, but that's the war. That's the condition of the battle, as the scripture says, man. The flesh against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. Do not err, my beloved brethren. All right. Well, that was about it on that. You know. So yeah, man. You know, we can't be slaves to the flesh, man. To sin. In fact. All right. Um, this is Psalm 73 and 22. All right. Okay. Right. This is Psalm 73 and 22. So foolish was I and ignorant. I was as a beast before thee. Right. You know. And this the laws, statutes, and commandments, walking in this word, is what separates us from the beast, man. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Thou hast uh, thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory. All right. And ultimately, the flesh is gonna be ultimately defeated, man. Uh, um, what Paul said, "O wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from the body of this death, man." So we need to be not just saved from this land that we're in, from our enemies' land, but just this corruptible flesh, man. The book of Jude, it talks about those chains of darkness, man, which is what we're in. This physical body is actually a prison for our souls, right? Whom have I in heaven but thee, and there is none upon earth that I desire besides thee. My flesh and my heart faileth, but Yahweh is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. All right, so ultimately, you know, the the spirit is going to be separated from this body, man. Scriptures talk about how flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom, man. You know, all right. But now we have to perform the scripture says. It talks about in the land of drawn waters shall they perform the righteous acts, man. So we need to be performing these righteous acts to the best that we do, man. The best that we could do. All right, lest we become slaves to sin, slaves to our flesh, man. slaves to anything that our mind could ratchet up, or in these demons, man. That all right. As the scripture says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So we are Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, free men, all right, because we're fleeing from sin. As the scripture says, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent, man. All right. We are servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, not servants of the flesh, man. So it's a little lesson I wanted to do. I hope it was edifying, and yeah, Shalom. Baba Ball.